From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 8th, 2017. For the second day in a row, red alert warning sirens blared in southern Israel following rocket incidents. In today's, a rocket was fired from Gaza at Israel but was intercepted by the Iron Dome missile defense system, which successfully destroyed the projectile before it could land. Yesterday, 3 rockets were fired at Israel from Gaza. As we reported to you, 2 of them were launched yesterday evening and fell short, landing in the sea. Later, a 3rd rocket was fired and landed in an open field in the country's south. No damage or injury was caused. The IDF last night responded to the attacks yesterday. Israeli tank and aircraft carried out 2 strikes against Hamas terror positions in the Gaza Strip. The Salafist terror group Tawhid al-Jihad took responsibility for yesterday's rocket attacks, but the IDF said that it holds Hamas, who controls Gaza, responsible for any hostile activity coming out of the Gaza Strip. And violent Palestinian protests continued today across the West Bank, Gaza, and Jerusalem's Old City. Thousands of Palestinians demonstrating and rioting against President Trump's decision Wednesday to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of the State of Israel. Some 250 Palestinians were said to have been wounded, mostly with light injuries, and 1 Palestinian was reportedly killed in clashes with Israeli security forces. Meanwhile, IDF coordinator of government activities in the territories, Major General Yoav Mordechai, issued a message to the Palestinians through his Facebook page to try and calm the situation and reaffirm that the announcement made by President Trump would not impact Jerusalem's holy sites. He wrote, "I assure you the status quo in Jerusalem in general and in Al-Aqsa in particular has been maintained." He wrote, "Do not listen to extremists who wish to harm you in their calls to violence." U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson addressed the Jerusalem issue as well during a joint press conference with his French counterpart in Paris today, where he said that the actual moving of the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem would probably take about 2 years. Tillerson said this is not something that is going to happen this year or probably not next year, but the president does want us to move in a very concrete, very steadfast way to ensure the embassy is located in Jerusalem when we're able to do so at the earliest possible time. Tillerson also reiterated that Trump did not indicate any final status for Jerusalem in his announcement Wednesday. The Secretary of State said, in fact, he was, I think, very clear that the final status, including the borders, would be left to the parties to negotiate and decide. And President Trump hosted the White House Hanukkah party last night, where he spoke more of the Jerusalem announcement.
The miracle of Hanukkah is the miracle of Israel. Hanukkah is a time for Jewish families around the world to celebrate the miracles of the past and promises of the future. We are proud to stand with the people of Israel and to renew our enduring bond.
And looking now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, December the 8th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by a concert from Hazamir Chorale at 7:30. At 8, former British Chief Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks speaks at the 92nd Street Y. At 9, it's the film Hate Spaces, followed at 10 by a look at defending Israel on college campuses. And at 10:30, it's Musica. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 5:30, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin looks at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 8th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.